Good evening, everybody. Oh, look, Pelicans. Let's just stop it all right now for the Pelicans. Love it. Foggy down in Galveston. Spring break, full swing. There's no rain. It's been a decent beach day. And I think we'll have another one like this tomorrow before rain chances do pick up as we head into Wednesday. Wednesday is going to be our next weather impact alert. I'm David Paul. You're in the Weather Center here at KHOU 11. Let's do this. Warm and humid tonight. Very warm and humid. Mid-70s. And then warm and breezy again tomorrow. Basically a repeat tomorrow of what we've had today. Storms on Wednesday. Some of those could be severe. No rain on the radar right now. A couple of showers, sprinkles near Brenham, near Bryan, Madisonville, but that's it. Patchy fog, as you saw on the coast in the bay. That lingers tonight and tomorrow. Zooming out, I see over here towards southeast Louisiana. That's a tornado warning. And we got a couple of scattered showers in south central Texas, but not much going on in the state of Texas right now. High temp went to 86 today. Hey, last year on this day, the high temp was 58. Man, it can be anything this time of the year. And it was much cooler last rodeo season than it has been this rodeo season. Normal high is 72, so 86, 14 degrees above normal. Record high is 88. We were only 2 off the record set back in 1911. Record low 27 set in 1932. Record low is 27. Current temps 80s across the board in the state of Texas. Lone Star State and the middle part of the country had a big warm up. We'll look at current temps across the nation in a little bit. Midland's at 80 right now. San Angelo's 86. Dallas 84. Houston at 82 with that southeast breeze. And once you get inland, the fog breaks up and we're partly cloudy. And it's warm. Bush 82, Sugar Land's 81, Tomball's 85. Galveston is more than 10 degrees cooler at 73 with the fog limiting sunshine and the onshore flow coming off the mid to upper 60 degree water temperature down there. Future Track. Future Track was trying to pick out a couple of showers up here, Brenham to Bryan. I guess there are a few sprinkles up here as we saw a minute ago, but not much of that is coming to fruition. Overnight, just looks quiet. This is 11 o'clock tonight, mostly cloudy, warm, humid, a light south breeze. In the morning, quiet, cloudy, warm, humid. A drop of drizzle is possible, but that's about the worst of it. And then Tuesday, we end up going partly to mostly cloudy, warm south breeze, and just a repeat tomorrow of what we've had today. The hourly forecast this evening will dip down to the mid-70s and cloudy skies, just the sky covered in clouds tonight as that moisture spills off the Gulf of Mexico ahead of our next storm system. Will be 74 as you're getting up and getting going, 73 to 74 by 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. tomorrow. And then Tuesday, there is a 20% chance for a stray shower, but as you saw in the modeling, not much in the way of rain tomorrow. High temp back up to 81 on a mostly cloudy day. I think we're not quite as warm tomorrow, just simply because the clouds are going to be thicker on Tuesday than they were today. Monday, rain chances. And you can see the day that stands out like a sore thumb, Wednesday. Weather impact alert as our next storm system rolls in from the Pacific. Other than that, things are quiet, and just to give you a little hint, these days ahead, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, are going to be spectacularly beautiful, especially Thursday and Friday, in the wake of this storm system. So the storm system will have a silver lining, but on Wednesday, we will have a weather impact alert basically all day. Straight line wind damage, heavy rain, an isolated tornado is possible. Basically download and turn on notifications on the KHOU app. This is the big picture. We'll start with that. Here comes the low pressure area in from the Pacific. And by Wednesday afternoon, the low is sitting to the west of Houston, but it's out ahead of that low that you get all the lift and the dynamics to lift the atmosphere and give us rain and thunder lie out ahead of that approaching low. That sharp trough, that feature in the mid-levels, adding a twist to the atmosphere, that helps to enhance the severe threat just a little bit. And when you get a sharp trough like that and all that moisture ahead of it in springtime, you can expect you're going to get some thunderstorms, and that's what we'll get. Now, on Tuesday, tomorrow, they get heavy rain here as the storm system approaches, and then on Wednesday, that's the rain we'll get Wednesday. Columbus to Brenham to Bryan, models pointing you guys out with the chance for the heavier rain. We're talking about a ½ inch to 2 inches to maybe 2 to 3 to maybe even more than that in some spots near Bryan. Models aren't perfect. Just because it's showing the heavy rain near Bryan doesn't mean it can't be a little further south and east. You saw how heavy the rain was on Saturday. If you were out trying to drive in it, you know how heavy it was, and we could have a repeat of that in many neighborhoods on Wednesday as this next springtime storm system moves in. As far as the severe threat, maybe it's not quite as high as we had on Saturday and Saturday night. A 1 out of 5. Saturday's was a 2 out of 5, so 1 out of 5 for most of the Houston area. It does go to a 2 out of 5 from the Storm Prediction Center from about Huntsville to Lake Livingston, and then north and east of that. Heavy rain, street flooding, strong straight line winds, hail, an isolated tornado. If we're going to get that, it's more likely we'd see it the further north and east you get from Houston, but it doesn't mean we can't have a severe storm even in Houston, Harris County on Wednesday. Let's take a closer look at the modeling for Wednesday. So as we mentioned, tomorrow, Tuesday, just warm and breezy, pretty quiet, and will be that way Tuesday night. That's 11 o'clock tomorrow night, quiet, but you can see what's brewing out here in central Texas. That's the line of storms. That weakens a little bit during the overnight, becomes more broken. We get a few scattered showers in southeast Texas by Wednesday morning, but watch how this line kind of reorganizes itself, and then we get some strong thunderstorm activity indicated on modeling from Schulenburg to Columbus to Brenham, getting into Austin County as well, Industry. That's by 10 a.m. So by the middle of the morning, the west counties are bumping into some heavy rain and thunder. That's 10 a.m. Now it takes between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. to get into Houston, Harris County, and then up and down the heart of southeast Texas. So it's going to take a while for that to move through, thus the heavy rain threat. It's not moving very quickly. It's a slow moving line of showers and thunderstorms. And perhaps from Spring to Cleveland to Livingston to Lufkin, an isolated severe storm. That's 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Wednesday. You can see there will be scattered thunder showers, Angleton to Alvin down to Freeport and Surfside. It's possible as well. Into Wednesday evening, 6 o'clock, it moves east, so East Liberty County, Chambers County, High Island, Bolivar, Galveston could still be seeing a thunderstorm going into 4, 5, 6 in the afternoon on Wednesday. And then that will exit, and that'll be the end of it, going deeper into Wednesday night, and by Thursday morning you won't recognize the place. We're going to have a wind shift. So let's look at the winds. This is Wednesday ahead of the system. South wind gusting 20, 24, 25, 27, 29 miles an hour out of the south, warm, humid, breezy. That line goes through during the day Wednesday. As it goes through, winds shift around to the north. And by Thursday morning, complete opposite, north wind gusting 20, 25, 30, 34, 37 miles an hour out of the north. So a breezy day on Thursday, and that north wind will cool things off. It's not going to get cold, no freeze, nothing like that, gardeners, but it will be cooler. We are in drought to one degree or another. Most of us in severe drought to extreme drought. That continues. So we need whatever rain we can get. And you can see they're going to get that first swath of rain. I pointed out right in here, San Angelo to Dallas, where they're pretty much doing okay with drought. We need the rain. We're going to get some rain. That rain we had Saturday, where you had it, it was heavy, and it did help the drought situation. These are current temps across the United States. Big warm up across the middle part of the country. Even right now, Kansas City, Missouri is almost 80 after a rough winter. Omaha's at 77, and then Bismarck, North Dakota is at 27 degrees. International Falls at 26. So it's this time of the year where up here it's feast or famine. Look at Chicago. They have had such a rough winter, and they've warmed to 71. So they're loving that today. Springtime all over the place. New York at 64 today. After all that snow fell, it's melting today. So things are warming up across the country, at least for now. Rainfall outlook, looking out a little further in time, March 15th through the 19th, drier than normal in the desert Southwest and in Texas. Wetter than normal across the north and east. And then here is the temperature outlook, warmer than normal across West Texas into the western portion of the United States. And they get another surge of winter. It's going to get cold again. They'll have another freeze in Chicago, and I think probably New York as well. And we will have a cool down next week. This is going to be a strong cold front next week. That's hinted at in this extended forecast. So 81 tomorrow, warm and breezy, a repeat of today, tomorrow. We walked through the storms on Wednesday. Weather impact alert, turn on notifications on Wednesday. It's cooler on Thursday. It's really beautiful. 52, 72 Thursday, 49, 78 Friday. That is some gorgeous spring break weather right there. And then we go back to beach weather, low to mid 80s for highs Saturday and Sunday. That is a beautiful second weekend of spring break. And then another cold front comes in. That's the one that is going to, I'll just back it up. That's the one that's going to bring in this next shot of cold air across the eastern half of the country. That one right there. So we get a glancing blow of some very cold air, which will make it chilly on Monday. So 44, 63. That means we spend most of the day Monday in the 40s and 50s. So no freeze, but it's going to get a little chilly going into the first part of next week. That's where we stand. Have a good evening, everybody.